Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, taking a look at an absolutely scintillating 2008 Mitsubishi Evolution all-wheel drive MR. It's the more relaxed of the two ways of getting an Evolution in 2008. The Evolution wasn't even made in 2007. After a one-year hiatus, it came back with this all-new body style, 291 horsepower, 300 foot-pound torque, all-wheel drive dream race car. They really are fabulous to drive. If you've never driven one before, and you think to yourself, well, 291 horsepower, that doesn't sound like a lot of horsepower. I bet these drives like a lot of other cars that don't have a ton of horsepower. Not at all. These are one of the most electrifying small sport sedans, not just in 2008, but even now. This is really a terrific, one-of-a-kind vehicle that, other than maybe its direct competitor, the STI from Subaru, drives like nothing else on the market. Now, this one just traded in has some neat enhancements that bump up that horsepower a little bit. Let's pop the hood and see what that's all about. Now, the Bermudez family who traded this in, they actually traded in, this is the second high-performance car that they've traded in here. If you look back at one of my earlier videos, a red Subaru STI that's heavily modified, that was actually the first video I ever did, and already that video has 12,000 views, not because of me, certainly, but because the car is so cool. And that car was great, but this car is actually even nicer. You see all the turbo and intake goodies from Ultimate Racing and AEM. It's the Bermudez family. They've traded in several cars here over the years, but they really know what first class is all about, and everything they do is best of in that particular category. And looking at this engine, this car was just traded in. It hasn't even been through our shop. It just looks fantastic. And sometimes just kind of, you put your antennas up and say, does this look professional or not professional? Does this look real or does this look put together? This looks fantastic and sounds great. Only 43,000 miles. Taking a look around, obviously these wheels are pretty spendy. The Advan Racing, very, very lightweight, and that's the idea. You see the factory Brembo brakes, that come standard on Evolutions. Brembo makes some of the best brakes in the world, and obviously this Mitsubishi benefits from that. And then you take that Advan Racing wheel, that lightweight wheel, and it really enhances the cornering, the braking. It enhances everything to have lightweight wheels. Inside, now the MR comes with that automatic transmission, and it's a twin clutch, so it's different than a traditional automatic transmission. If you've never driven one before, if you've seen some of my videos, I'm particularly cross with BMW's version of this transmission. I think BMW and just about every other manufacturer can learn a thing or two from Mitsubishi about how to do a proper twin clutch automatic. It's truly a manual transmission or an automatic transmission, your choice. These paddle shifters with almost every brand are just completely meaningless, but not at all with the Evolution. You hit these and you're literally shifting the car just that instantaneously, and in many ways they're faster than a conventional manual shift. Now this car is loaded, so it's the technology package, which includes navigation, Rockford Fosgate, Bluetooth, remote entry, and you just kind of turn the dial to start instead of having to use a key. They all come with these nice heavily bolstered Recaro seats. This one just happens to look really, really nice. I'm going to reach in and pop the deck lid. Also available, almost all MRs, and from what I understand, the MRs actually came standard with the big spoiler, where they were optional on the non-MRs, but I have seen a lot of MRs out there without the spoiler. This one has it. The trunk mat has been deleted in the interest of weight savings, I'm certain. And then in the back you have the carbon fiber at the rear bumper, and then full custom exhaust front to back, and the exhaust sounds absolutely fantastic. It's mellow at an idle. It's got that low burbling sound that sounds like a bigger engine type of exhaust, but out on the open road it sounds like a Ferrari. I mean, it sounds really, really beautiful. around the car, we've seen the front, we've seen the driver's side, the back, and now the passenger side. The exterior of the car looks terrific. The wheels, these wheels, they're lightweight, but they do protrude out, and so I'm seeing some scratches on the wheels here. I mean, nothing to write home about, but they're there, and so you need to know about it. And then the other thing, I can't remember ever seeing an Evolution with a moonroof before, so I'm going to guess that this one's aftermarket. I've seen a lot of these cars in my life, and I don't remember seeing one with a moonroof. Taking a look inside. Now again, these seats are heavily bolstered, so a bigger, heavier driver is not going to like these seats at all. But for me, I'm 6 foot, 180 pounds. I fit perfect. These seats feel like they're custom tailored directly for me. And so for a smaller to mid-sized driver, you're going to feel fantastic in these cars. These seats are as good as it gets. But again, for a bigger driver, you're probably not going to like it so much. The back seat, this is a sedan. I mean, it's a compact sedan, but it's actually fairly roomy. It's an extremely practical car. The trunk isn't huge, but it's all right. And then certainly 4 adults could drive in this car, no problem at all. And for friends who are 5'8", 5'9", and under, or kids or what have you, yeah, you have all the room in the world. And then since this car is loaded, again, Rockford Fosgate, it has. Let's turn this on.
Thirsty for more? Sure.
Here we go again, it's so insane, 'cause when it's going good, it's going great. I'm Superman with the wind in his back. She's slow as rain, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed, I snap, who's that dude? I don't even know.
Not bad. I'm not an M&M fan, but the stereo itself is nice. Rockford Fosgate. Again, touchscreen navigation, Bluetooth. It's got some nice Blitz goodies inside here. It's fully loaded, fully accessorized, and just a little bit tricked out. I'm going to take this one just around the bend here and take a listen for yourself.